Yeah, it's that shit. Gotta roll my check. You know I don't play, cause we keep it cultivating, burning the best of the West. And you know what the grade is, we keep it cultivating. Yeah, it's easy to stay out the way when you focused on paper. Keep it cultivating.
Yo. Welcome to another edition of the Keep It Cultivating podcast. I am your host with the smoke, Mark Spark, and I have a very special guest today. Let me just get this situated. Yes, sir. So, for all of you that have been to New York City and have been in the New York City subway systems, people come all over the world to see our subway performers. We've had a subway performer on this platform before. My man Phil Flame, shout out to him.
Shout out.
But now, we got like a subway star in the building. If I can get my mic situated. I feel like I haven't done this shit in a while. Fuck it, there we go. Wait a minute. I'll do this over. Hold up. Bear with me. Give me 1 second, y'all. Having some technical difficulties. Okay. So, yeah, back to my intro while that loads up. We got a very special guest. He's a subway superstar. He's also done a little bit of acting. We got my man Timmy V, the train eater.
Shit, yeah.
Welcome to the Keep It Cultivating podcast, my guy. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, brother. Pleasure to be here.
Word. This is some legendary shit right here. I'm like super excited about this interview. Everybody's always talking about these famous guests that I've had, and I appreciate having the famous people too. But these are the kind of interviews that I get excited about because the famous people everybody knows about. And I feel like when it comes to guys like you, it's important to our city because people come from all over to see the subway performers. So when they talk about the subway performers, they talking about guys like yourself. Not the bullshit little kids that be doing like 1 or 2 dance steps and they do like 30 flips and then, nah, this is a gentleman right here. So I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story and give y'all a quick intro into how I got introduced to this gentleman sitting here at the Keep It Cultivating podcast. And before I get into that story, I just want to say today's episode is sponsored by Candy, courtesy of K.I.C. Bank. Shout out to Burner, K.I.C. Bank. We burning on that candy. What you think of that candy? That's straight from the garden, might I add.
Wow, it was very well cultivated. Word. Cultivated going forward. Keep it cultivating.
Growing forward.
Growing forward.
That's what I'm talking about. How's the terpene profile? What's the taste like on that candy? Because I'm the only one, so far, I'm the only one in New York City with real candy from K.I.C. Bank. So, let me know what that tastes like.
Smooth, not too harsh, hitting right now. And that got a very nice buzz, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a weed connoisseur, so it's definitely...
I appreciate that. Moving right along. Let's see. About to get into this right now. This is going to be very exciting. So, the first thing I want to touch on, for the people that don't know, because a lot of my audience is actually not from New York City. A lot of my audience is not from here. A lot of my audience is from outside the city. So this is like an introduction to certain people on New York City and what goes on in New York City. Let's see.
Gotta love New York City, man.
Yes. We are ready to roll. Alright, let's get into it. So, I already introduced you, but I'll let you introduce yourself because some people like to have their own little spiel that they like to give to people. So, tell the people who you are, where you from.
How y'all doing? My name is Timmy V, the Train Eater. Real name Timothy Little. You know what I mean? Definitely from Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Far Rockaway, came back to Brooklyn.
I'm gonna cut you off right there really quick. What part of Brooklyn do you represent?
K.I.C.
Okay, and what part of Far Rockaway?
Hamels.
Oh, you from Hamels?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a history in the Rock. I actually went to high school in Far Rock. I went to Beach Channel.
Oh, that's not a good school.
Shit, I had a lot of fun there.
That's not a good school.
A lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Beach Channel was pretty lit. So you used to live in Hamels, okay?
The trenches, man, the trenches. Seen a lot of bull crap out there, man. I'm happy I got away from there, you know? Shout out to Far Rock, that's the trenches, man. Word.
Shout out to the Rock. Shout out to my peoples in Edgemere. Shout out to my peoples in OV. Shout out to my peoples in Hamels. Shout out to the whole Far Rock.
Word.
I love the Rock. Cause I got a lot of history from my high school days. We used to cut school, go right to the beach. That was like a good time of my life. So when you said Far Rock, I'm like, wait, well, I didn't know that. See, I just learned something new about you. So, all right. So, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off, my bad.
Yeah, 38 years old. I've been rapping on the train for about 12 years now. And I love it, man. This is what I do. I've created something that I love. And I take it really serious to put like a face to it to give other brothers kind of hope. Like, you ain't gotta sell drugs, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you got talent, you know, so I inspire people.
So I want to get into that. You said you've been doing the train performances for 12 years. So I want to get into the beginning of that. Like, how did you start doing that? Because most people don't have the guts to perform in front of like an audience on stage, let alone New York City subway riders. That's a tough crowd. So how'd you get started in doing that?
Well, it was actually by accident. I actually was coming home one day from work and I was rapping out loud. I had my headphones on, I was rapping out loud and I looked to the side. Everybody was looking at me. Like, I took my headphones on, what y'all looking at? They're like, yo, that was fire, you should try to, I mean, rap on the train, so you raise money for studio time or whatever. And I was super nervous, bro.
Y'all talking to the mic.
I was super nervous. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was super duper nervous, but I did it. I went in the next cart and I looked behind me to see if it was serious, you know? And I felt instant pressure. Instantly, like, I felt like I had family that was watching me, you know what I mean? And I didn't know these people from all over the world. It was just genuine love, you know? And I went on the next cart, I said my rhyme, and I made $5. Some lady gave me a $5 bill. I didn't expect it.
You made $5 for that whole performance or just for that one person?
That one person and that one verse. I spit one verse, and I was like, well, anybody care to donate? I got a $5 bill, got off the train, and the people that was in the previous cart were cheering me on, like, you know, like a support system. And it felt really good. And I went home to my wife and I was like, yo, my baby mother at the time, I was like, yo, I made $5 in like 2 minutes on the train. And she was like, cool, she cooking this, nothing. Forget it, like, all right, cool. I'm like, nah, that was weird, that was different. And I'm calculating, I'm like, what if I stayed on the train? So I ended up losing my job, long story short. I ended up losing my job. And I told my baby mother one day, because we needed Pampers and my son was just born. We needed Enfamil and all of that. And I'm like, listen, I ain't got time to get this job right now. And I think I could go get some money on the train. She, on the other hand, thought I was going to see my other baby mother. Shout out to you, Mika, right? So she thought I was gonna see my other baby mother. She said, I'm coming with you. That first day I actually took the train serious. I made about $130 in about an hour.
Well, let me ask you, not to cut you off, wouldn't that be like a good thing though? Like, isn't it hard doing that by yourself? Like, wouldn't it be easier having somebody to hold down the money and to watch your amp so that people don't try to like hate on you or whatever? Have you had any experiences where anybody ever tried to hate on any of your performances?
Oh hell yeah! And I think a part of me actually loves the unpredictability of each card and how to handle every situation. But this is New York City. Don't get it twisted. A lot of times when I did go through stuff, because I have a lot of work on like back in the days, police brutality, Trump and everything, racist white people be on the train and stuff like that, and they would definitely come at me. But my performances would be so stellar that the crowd would definitely attack that person. It's happened before. Had people come at me and the whole crowd just overflows and like it becomes like a mob mentality.
You know what? I could see that because you're one of those subway performers that you actually have like a likable personality, and the content matter that you choose to. Well, let me tell the fans how I came across you. I was on the train one day and I saw you into the train, and I'm looking at you, and I'm not gonna lie, the first thought that I thought, I was like, all right, this guy's about to rap, he's about to do some drill shit. So then one of the first things you said was like, this is not no drill shit or whatever. So then I kind of turned down my music. I said, I want to hear what this guy's gonna say. Then and I forgot what instrumental you was rapping on, but you was rapping on like a famous instrumental. But it was your own work, and it was like some kind of like black revolutionary or black pride like kind of rap. And you was talking about police brutality and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking to myself like, yo, this dude is talking about like shit that's really prevalent today, that's happening to us as black people, and he's doing it in an entertaining fashion where he actually has bars. Like, and I remember telling you, like, yo, I rap too, like, and we ended up exchanging contact information that day, and I remember telling you, like, yo, I want to work with you in the future, because I was like, yo, you really dope, like, and I'm not one to do that. Like, I don't have a lot of features, you know what I'm saying? The features that I do have, I'm very selective. That's why it's only a few features, especially with like artists that's not mainstream. I have maybe 2 or 3 songs. In total, I've only done maybe like 5 features. Right, so it's like, when I saw you, I was like, this is definitely somebody that I want to work with in the future. We're gonna make that happen. I don't know if it's gonna be on my album or on your album.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. And yeah, that's how I came across you. Cause I'm very critical, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the type, I'll throw $1, $2 in the niggas tip jar or whatever, but I won't say that everybody's nice. I'll say certain niggas, I'll support the hustle and the grind and the determination. But with you, I actually support what you're doing because I think you dope. So we're gonna make some noise for that. And welcome to the Keep It Cultivatin podcast. So I just wanted the people to know, that's how, this is not somebody that paid me to come on my show or whatever. Like, this is somebody that I truly believe in, and that's how I met this individual. And I wanted to highlight him so that maybe y'all can look into him. And maybe some of y'all, when y'all see this, y'all remember him and be like, I seen this guy, I seen his show, he is dope. Which I'm pretty sure y'all have, because he's one of the most notable subway performers in the city. He's been in the AM New York talking about the amount of money that he makes performing in the city, which I'm not going to talk about that because you guys can check that out. You know what I mean? You could look into that. And, you know, and plus I don't want to put that out there, have people trying to like ask my man to borrow money and shit, but he makes money in the trade station.
That part.
Right, like he makes more money than I believe a lot of these subway performers. Like he could take care of himself just by performing in the subway. Not everybody could do that, which is a blessing. How do you feel about that? Being able to like take care of yourself based on your passion and setting your own schedules and really having to do things on your own independently.
For one, I just want to thank God. I feel like I feel like I'm literally working for God. You know what I mean? Like my employer is God. Because when I write, some of the content that I write, like that joint you heard me on, I got goosebumps when I wrote that. I remember when I wrote it, I got goosebumps. I write a lot, you know what I mean? But certain joints, I get goosebumps and I feel God. I don't know how to explain it. But then I could perform it and just being able to have this career that I've created for myself, it solidifies the fact that I know that God got his hand on me. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people can do it. I try to get other people to like get on this type of wave. They're not built like this to do this type of thing, you know what I mean? I'm at the point in my career with it right now where it's like, it's really not about the money anymore because I know it's going to come. It's more about reaching the people and giving out the message that God sent to me in my brain, you know? I talk about a lot of things when I rap, like domestic violence, school shootings, police brutality, a lot of different things that
Black empowerment,
you know, things that really hit home for people, and I feel like I'm doing a good service to God. You know, I got a couple songs with God too, but definitely doing a good service to God, and the people that I touch really, you know, it touches me more than anything. So I love making my own schedule. I feel jealous about the Mexicans with the babies on their back and the candy. It's a lot of them. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. But it's a lot of them. And it's a lot of money on the subway.
They make cake.
They make bread, bro. Somebody told me how much they make a day. I was like, yeah, I get it. But me being a competitive person, I'm like, I can't let y'all just be out there doing that.
But you make pretty good money too. Like, you gotta look at it. You make more than the average person does that gets paid weekly. Like after taxes, most people's not coming out with that kind of money that you're making. So, yeah, that part.
The crazy thing is, I'm not guaranteed the money every day. This is New York City. You feel me? But what I did learn over time of rapping on the train is what New York City wants from their performers, which is sweat, passion, energy, respectfulness, politeness, and being aware of situations, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think over time I definitely mastered that part of it, of giving the train what it wants and what it want to see. Because I have seen other performers that don't do what I do, which is sweat. Sweat, give it your passion, you really feel yourself. They don't really feel themselves, and sometimes they don't get it. They think about the crowd too much.
But you gotta think, bro. The subways, that's almost like the Apollo. Like the audience on there is as critical as the audience in the Apollo. Maybe even more so. Yeah, even more so, because these people are trying to get somewhere. So some of these people are gonna just automatically just even be annoyed that you even doing that shit at all. So yeah, it takes a certain kind of individual. I've thought about going to promote music in the subway, but even me myself, I've never done it. Cause I don't have the thick skin. I don't have the thick skin to deal with everything that comes along with it. It's like I did an interview with my man Phil Flames, and he was saying how niggas was trying to unplug his amp, and like I would get into a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I end up going to jail. Like
How to grow this weed, you know my G, cuz we keep it cultivating, and we out in the street. You know what I mean, cause we keep it cultivating and flipping this green. You know what I mean, cause we keep it cultivating and we gotta get it by any means. So you know we keep it cultivating.